Well, hi everybody. Welcome back once again. As you can hear, I still have my cold. Tsai Chin Chung will play over there on the left wingback side in this match against Leopard Cat. And as you can imagine, we've had problems with that position. I mean, you know that if you've been watching our matches recently, our normal guy whose name escapes my mind at the moment is suspended currently for, I believe, too many yellow cards, or maybe he got injured. I have one of the two. I forget exactly which one it is. We're going to be here in blue today, and so we'll see if this works out. We're giving the kid a chance, and we're going to try to give more kids more chances as we move on. We have a lot of guys where the coaches say that they're surplus to requirements or don't have the required ability or potential, and so we're going to have to give some kids chances and see what happens. Here's Li Wencheng, who's one of those, who's a kid. And instead of moving the ball up slowly like I've told them to, we decided to kick it forward as fast as we can. Then we do it again. It was Ling Guanda that time who decided to just knock it forward. And we're trying to get rid of the lump it forward approach. When we get to the Asia Cup qualifying rounds, that's not going to help much. We need to learn how to move it forward slowly instead of trying to move it forward quickly. Li Chaba grabs that. I swear that was kicked back to him by our own defender. So we've got a Benedict Arnold over there somewhere. Here's Wen Chiming for Leopard Cat with the corner, and Menugong is able to knock that one back, and let's see if we can get on top of this one. And fortunately for us, that ball does not go in. Li Chaba was a little bit slow to react to that shot, and it's up for another corner. And it's Ndaya who easily heads that one back, and Li Chaba barely makes the save there as the guy who had the shot was wide open over on the top part of the penalty area. Now Li Chaba finally is able to get his hands onto it, and that will end that movement by Leopard Cat. We look like we have definitely not been on the forefront here so far. Silla now with it, lumps it forward for Nene, and Nene, oh man, he just misses the goal. He just misses the goal, and he was called offside for that. There was a question of whether he was onside or not. Yeah, he was probably offside, I would say. But I mean, keep doing it. You know, we're gonna score one of those times, and it's not easy to stay onside, especially when the defenders are trying to keep you off. Mena going with the free kick, and it ends up turning into nothing. And so we will continue and see what happens. See if we can't get another chance here in this match. We should be dominating this team, of course, but we have lost matches previously to teams that we should have dominated. So it is Huang Churwei with it over to Menagong. Menagong now down to Chen Chengju over to Nene, and then back to Chen Chengju, who takes a shot. That's kind of a strange decision, but I guess we'll go ahead and do it. Nene being a little bit too non-selfish. We want to see him take a few more shots. You want a striker who's good and selfish. He's going to take them himself instead of trying to pass to everyone. Silla with it, and that ends up being knocked out for a corner. So that was definitely something, and let's see if we can score some goals here. We want to see a couple goals from Nene. That's the reason why we paid all the money for him. We didn't pay any money for him, but that's the reason why he's here. The amount that we paid for him is having Kader Bamba go off on loan against his will, and he's not doing well on loan either. Mena going with the shot, and it's knocked out again, deflected for a corner. It's amazing to me. Kader Bamba played very, very well for us. He goes back to Cote d'Ivoire, and he's one of the worst players on the team he's on. And unfortunately, that header after the corner is up and above everybody's head, and it's out once again. Tsai Chi-chung having a really, really hard time of it so far in this match, but we're still a little bit early on. What kind of ball is that for Silla? How is he supposed to get that? Is he like 20 feet tall or what? I mean, come on. Pass the ball to the player. Don't pass it in front of him. That's how we have this set up. I told him to take shorter passes, and instead we're taking long passes, and we're doing really stupid things, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what's going on. We go on the road and we beat everybody, then we come home and it's like we forgot how to play. Mena going over to Tsai Yuting, who lumps that forward for Nene, over to Chen Chengju, over to Silla now. There we go. This looks a little bit more like it. Pass to Menagong. That's very, very good. Pass back to Tsai Yuting, and there we go. There it is over to Nene, and that ends up hitting the post and goes out for a goal kick. So Nene has had two absolute sitters of a chance. He was offside for one of them. This one right here really, really should have been a goal, and he just needs to get his aim on. I wonder if he's having a hard time becoming accustomed to the environment or to the culture or something, whatever excuse he might have for us. Mena going over to Tsai Yuting. back over now to Linguanda, and he runs into Menegong, and then he loses possession. So Linguanda there with a pretty poor showing of it. I'm not sure why he had the ball in that situation anyway. That's a little bit too deep for the Segula Volante, who's playing on an attack role. Menegong now forward to Nene, and this is going to be a goal. Yeah, he's going to score that one every day of the week. That's number 4 this season for him, and I mean, we only have this match and then the one after this, so he's not going to catch up to anybody, but that's a pretty impressive performance when you consider that he's going to be in only for 4 matches overall, already 4 goals, and I mean, he's just unstoppable. There's nothing anybody can do about it, right? And that was a beautiful ball forward to him, and once he's able to get past the defenders, you know, he's going to score a goal. That's just how it works. He gets the ball, he scores. He gets the ball, he scores. Here's Silla, and he is fouled in the box. That looked like a tumble to me. I'm not quite sure that was a good call. Who's taking this? Menegong, is he taking? No, it's Huang Chiwei who's taking this, and he scores, and that makes it 2-0 for Mars FC. That is his first goal, and apparently he's their best penalty taker, so whatever. As you might also do yourself, I don't actually assign players to take penalties, right? I just let them figure it out, you know, figuring that they probably know better than me, and I don't like the way the Football Manager assigns this stuff anyway, so whatever. Looks good to me. We have the 2-0 lead, somewhat against the run of play. We were really poor at the beginning of this match. Huang Chiwei with it now. Over to Cai Yuting, over to Linguanda, back to Huang Chiwei, over to Chen Chengju, and that's lumped forward for Ndaye. And he just tries to head it over to Nene. It's nowhere close to him, and ends up being over there with their keeper. And so that was not exactly the best string of events there. That's not what we wanted to do, I'll tell you that much. Here's Menegong with the free kick, and that is just kept out by Li Chenwen, the keeper for Leopard Cat. We should be winning, I think, by a larger margin than this, but we played very, very poorly at the beginning of this match, and they have the ball once again, which is a bit of concern. Source of a bit of concern for me. And Chen Chengju, did he get a hand? No, that hit off of some other part of his body. I thought that hit off of his hand. That's back for a corner. Cai Chiwei now knocks it forward, and I'm wondering where Li Chaba is and why he's playing so deep. He should be jumping up and grabbing that corner, and he does grab the ball here in the end. Li Chaba with it, but yeah, he's not really embraced that sweeper-keeper role that we've been telling him to. That has been the source of some concern. Nene over to Cai Chicheng. Of course, I mean, he's only given up like a goal in the matches he has given up anything. He's only given up 1. Linguando with the shot from range, which is not his game, and he misses it, of course. Here's Cai Chicheng again over to Chen Chengju, to Li Wencheng, over to Huang Chiwei, who finds Nene. There's Nene with it. And Nene back to Cai Chicheng, over looking for Linguanda. Can't find him. It's over with Silla now, and he launches a shot. It was mostly launched off the defender to try to get us a better position. So here's the corner. Perhaps this will work better. I don't know. We don't have a really big guy here, as you can see. That's one of the problems that we have. Menegong lumps this forward to absolutely nobody. It's Cai Chicheng who ends up with it in the end, and then he loses it out of bounds. And so that was definitely amateur in nature. Li Wencheng here with the ball. Lumps it forward again for Nene. And, I mean, it's ridiculous that they're trying to expect him to do it. He has not been winning those headers in any of the matches. I mean, move it forward slowly. That's what we've been saying. That's what the tactic is designed to do. They should listen to the tactic instead of, you know, doing this crazy thing that they think would look cool or whatever. Li Chaba with the good stop on what was a cross to nobody. And he cradles the ball, throws it over to Cai Yuting. Cai Yuting brings it up now right side. Cai Yuting brings it up slowly and then launches it forward again, looking for Nene, and it's nowhere near him. And it's, again, kind of ridiculous. They're trying to get Nene in front of the defenders. I know that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get him to use that speed and do so without being offside. But see, if we do it this way with these short passes, we have a better chance of something interesting actually happening. Cai Yuting over there now to Silla. And he kind of lumps that one up. That was really supposed to be a cross, I think, and he was offside anyway. But if we use those shorter passes, we have a much better chance of being able to make something happen than just lumping the ball forward every single time. I don't think that the players fully understand that, and unfortunately, I can't do much to teach them about that. It'd be nice if I could. If I could just sit them down and say, hey, you idiots, do what I tell you. Here's Ndaye. See, that works well. That works very, very well, and that was put together by having a bunch of small passes that opened up the defense. That's what we're trying to do, instead of just sort of lumping the ball forward as much as we can and kind of hoping that our guy's fast enough, right? So if you watch this here in the replay, there's a pass right there. We're getting this defender, I should say these two defenders in the back to kind of reveal where they are and what their position is going to be. And as soon as they saw that they were going to have sort of a higher line, a higher block, that ball went right on past them and was timed perfectly. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get them, catch them napping there in the back. And it worked that time. Wasn't a goal at the end of it. But if we play like that, we're going to score a lot of goals. If instead we just lump the ball forward to Nene, I mean, we'll score a goal once in a while, but it's not going to be much fun, and we're going to give up possession. And Ndaye heading this ball to nobody, and it doesn't matter because that is the end of the match. Mars FC win this one 2-0. We had a 2.11 XG to their 0.59, so we probably should have scored, I think, a little bit more. 56% of the possession, which isn't great considering how bad their team is, but we won, and that's the important part, and we're doing pretty well. And so that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we will have the final match of the season for you, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.